I am going to be reading John 1 1 and following. I'm going to be reading it in Greek, followed then by Hebrew and Latin. And looking at some of the grammar, this is a review, but also it is a further addition of this study. It begins in arche ein halagas, kai halagas ein prostantaan, kai theas ein halagas. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was face to face with God, and the Word was God. Notice the ein here is the imperfect indicative active from the verb eimi, to be. Three things stated about the Word, and the Word here refers to Christ, because the Word became flesh and pitched his tent among us in verse 14. So it's clearly talking about Jesus Christ. As we look at the at the Hebrew, it reads, Bereshit haya hadavar, v'hadavar haya et ha-Elohim, v'hadavar haya ha-Elohim. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Haya here is the cow perfect third masculine singular from the root haya. So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was at, meaning with God or face to face with God. V'hadavar haya ha-Elohim. And the Word was God. In other words, Jesus is fully divine, the text is saying. Looking at the Latin, in principio erat verbum, et verbum erat apud Deum, et Deus erat verbum. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Notice here in principio is the ablative. In the beginning, erat is the imperfect indicative active. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then going to verse 2, as we continue, hutas ein enarche prastantaan. This one was in the beginning face to face with God. Hutas is your demonstrative pronoun, nominative singular. This one, ein, is the imperfect indicative active of the verb eimi again. This one was in the beginning face to face with God. John reiterates that great truth that Jesus was the one who was in the beginning face to face with God. So then in the Hebrew, who, haya, bereshit, etzel Elohim. He, we have a personal pronoun, was in the beginning with God. Notice haya again is the cow perfect, third masculine singular from the root haya. And the Latin reads hoc erat. This one, erat in principio apud Deum. This one was in the beginning with God. Erat, again, the imperfect indicative active. And then in principio, ablative, with God. Then let's do verse 3. And I may stop there at verse 3. Trying to hold these to about 10 minutes, looking at the reading and the grammar. Panta diautu agenita. Kai korisautu agenita udechen ha geganen. All things through him came to be, and without him came to be not one thing which has come to be. Panta diautu, panta is the nominative plural from pas passe, pan, and panta is the plural, it's neuter. So all things through him, DL2, DI is showing the agency with the genitive agenita. Agenita is the aorist indicative at middle, third person singular from genomai. So all things through him, he's the channel of all things. Tai korisa tu agenita, and without him came to be, there we have agenita again, udechen hagegenen, not even one thing which has come to be. Geganen is your perfect indicative active third person singular from genomai. So the Hebrew reads Hakol neya al yado umibaladav lo neya kol asher neya. All things were by him. Neya, I'm understanding, as came to be, as a nifal perfect, going with kol here, third masculine singular. So all things were by his hand, literally, and without him there was not, again another nifal perfect from hayat, third masculine singular, kol asher niyah, all which was, all which came to be. And then the Latin reads omnia per ipsum facta sunt. All things by him have been made. Et sine ipso factum, and without him has been made es nihil, nothing, quod factum est, which has been made. So again, Jesus is the source of everything. He is the creator. He is the maker. And John wants us to understand these truths about Jesus. He's eternal. He was always face to face with the Father. He is fully divine. And he also is the creator of all things, this vast universe and everything in it.